Okay, so we have a quorum, so we're going to start, and then if there are any other folks who come in, that would be great. Okay, all right. This meeting is being recorded by the Community Preservation Committee. If any other persons present are doing the same, you must notify the chairperson at this time. Being none, we will move on to calling this meeting to order and doing a roll call of the members. Okay, Donna is not here. Travis?
Here.
Peter's not here. Jack?
Here.
Wisty? Here. Garth?
Here.
Becky?
Here.
Sarah?
Here.
And I am here. Okay. Sarah once again did an amazing job and on the minutes. Are there any corrections or changes that folks want to make to the minutes? If not, then I want to entertain a motion. Motion to accept the minutes. Second. Okay. Any discussion? Okay, then I will call the roll since we have people online. Okay. Travis,
Yes.
Pete, Jack,
Yes.
Wisty. Yes. Garth,
Yes.
Becky.
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. Okay. So under new business, it's July and we've got to we've got to have do a vote on new officers. And so we need a chair and a vice chair. And
Nominate Susan as chair.
Second.
I love that idea. Anyone else who wants to be nominated? This silence is deafening. Okay, all right, so we'll call that for a vote. Travis,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Wisty,
Yes.
Garth,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
and I am going to abstain. And we need a vice chair who can stand in when I'm not available.
I would say I would nominate Donna again, but with Donna not here and not knowing what's going on, that's appropriate, right?
I think that that's right. Yeah, because we don't know what changes are going to be happening in her life at this point. So is there someone else who would be willing to be vice chair?
I was wondering if Becky might want to be vice chair.
I would second that.
I'll nominate Becky. If you accept, you don't have to.
As long as you promise to be here at every meeting.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Okay, are there any others who are interested in being vice chair? And again, the silence is deafening. Okay, I will call the roll. Travis,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Wisty,
Yes.
Garth,
Yes.
Becky,
Staying.
Sarah,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rule the day.
Just because I didn't hear it, who?
I made the motion.
Who put the motions for each of those votes?
I made both motions.
Both motions? Okay.
Yeah, and I seconded the second one and Wisty seconded the first one.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, the next thing on our agenda is reviewing the funding application materials in advance of the application cycle in August. Now, we've done this once before, so it's really a question of if there's anything as a result of our public hearing that we think we have to tweak or change, we should figure that out. And my opinion is they're in pretty good shape, but yeah, you know, Garth is a thumbs up. Is there anything that folks feel we need to change in terms of the application materials at this point? No, okay. We need to send out an August press release. And we need to set a date for that. The applications are due the 17th of September.
Pre-application.
Pre-applications, yeah. The pre-applications are due 17th of September. Now,
So
first,
knocking.
hello? No.
Not here.
Ta-da.
Someone's office?
I don't know where,
The chief of staff.
that's,
Yeah.
that's,
Aaron's office.
is it-
Need to go to back.
Okay, where's the men's room?
Downstairs, first floor.
On the first floor, down the bottom of the stairs.
On the right.
Okay, Grady?
Aaron's in the mayor's office if we need.
Yeah, okay. Wisty?
Come back, Wisty, come back.
She probably took Grady downstairs. Okay, all right. Okay,
Do we know how long before the application was due that we did the press release last year?
we did it at least 3 weeks, maybe a month. So if we're looking at, come on,
17.
yeah, so we're looking at around August 13th. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, around the 20th of August or earlier. Does that make sense? Around the 20th of August?
I think we should give people a month.
Yeah, so that's a month.
Okay.
That's a month.
Yeah, last year it was a month. It went out August 16th and it was due September.
16th, okay. So if we could
And
arrange
that
for,
that is like prime vacation time. I mean, it's fine and right. It's a press release. People will publish it when they publish it. Right. And Montague Reporter's on every other week, and Greenfield Recorder publishes whatever whenever they decide to. But
yeah, it's 3 weeks after Labor Day that it's due. So so do we want, I just don't want to set up the announcement, for like the day after Labor Day. It just feels too tight.
How about 6 weeks then instead of 4?
6 weeks?
Would be the.
So we could send it the beginning of August? Like the
week of the 4th?
week of the 4th? Send it
Sure.
out?
yeah,
Okay, all right.
It's already kind of pre-written. It's just a matter of changing the date. right?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's something in the files. If I'm sure.
Yeah, if there's any key points that you want to add or change, that's fine. Otherwise, we can just basically release what was released last year. And the city can blast it out on social media again closer to the deadline.
Yeah, that would be great. Yes, talk to Jonathan about that.
The press release does
yeah,
have a
that'd be
vote
great.
chair.
Okay, yeah, I will look at, if you will send me the last year's press release, I will figure out if I want to change my quote. I'll ask, and I'll check in with Jonathan on announcements going out later, on social media. Okay. And the other thing, and I wish Twisty were here because this is something she is very concerned about, is discussing the outreach plan. If there's anything new that we want to do, we were talking about possibly doing some more social media at this time. We've got the cities. Is there anything else that we want to do beyond, we could each do our own Facebook pages and stuff like that, but
Can we just copy and share the town social media?
Yep.
And when do you think that will be ready to get to pull?
We can, if we're going to set this up for August 4th, then we could start something August 4th.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
Totally, yeah.
Did you table at the library last year?
we didn't. And that was one of the things we talked about at the meeting last time.
We also talked about the farmer's market.
Right.
which
Right.
I had heard that received great success. That was very popular.
It was very popular. It was very popular. So we'd need copies, we need the press release put into a kind of form that we could hand out to people, so people could have the basic information. So you and I can talk about that. We can figure out something that,
We could even have a standing booth at the library, something like, like that you would see at a science fair, just to get people in the door, like once they come in, it's on a little table, they see it. That way, if we could, the population that goes through there is so, it doesn't peak, it ebbs and flows.
yep,
At that point, we get maximum exposure rather than targeting a specific day and then have nobody show.
They
Right.
might have, I would definitely ask Anna about that because
Mhm.
everybody would like to have that. And so there may be some policies against having something there for an extended period of time, which is why they do the daily tabling.
Just in time.
yeah. We're talking about outreach for the press, for the announcement on the pre-applications. So we're talking about the doing something, I don't know if it's one thing or it's multiple things at the library. That's what we're considering right now. Is maybe doing a morning, a
Do we-
weekday morning,
do
a
we
weekday.
think- Do
Go
we
ahead.
think that that's our target audience? Or are we just trying to spread awareness of the CPC, or are we trying to get more applications? Because I'm not sure that the folks going into the library are necessarily the folks who are going to be filling out applications for our funding.
Everybody goes to the library at some point. So I think that is a good public arena.
I actually think it's better than the farmer's market, which has a narrower, kind of clientele, but, and we were very successful there. But I think the library is, because there are parents coming in with kids, all that kind of stuff,
But we might ask the Historical Society when they open up for their ice cream things, if they could have information there for people and also the.
That was last weekend. We missed it.
Oh, we missed it.
We missed it.
Won't they do another one in August?
It's annual.
Oh, it's annual.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
open too, sometimes.
Every Saturday from like.
Every Saturday.
to-
So if they
Yeah.
had some information
They're
there.
always open, but the
Okay.
big one was last week. I
Right.
missed it. Damn
Yeah,
it. Where's
me
my
too.
free ice cream?
We could
Um,
do an ice cream social.
That's the thing.
I think I'm in the category
Use
of
admin funds
what
to-
we
to
right
buy,
now, I'm kind of like, who
Hundred
is
things
going to
in
be
Ice Cream
doing
Alley.
this?
Ice cream alley, you said.
Yeah, yeah. I know, my question is, who is going to be actually, if we're going to set up a table, even if it's one or two, who's actually going to be doing this work? And if we are not capable of doing it, then that's okay, but we need to really understand that that's our responsibility to do. So,
Well, I would give a morning to the library to be there and I think the Historical Society could just have flyers available. People start,
I can actually take volunteer hours at work and come down and do this.
okay. So should I do some kind of doodle among us and figure
Yeah.
out where we're going to do? Okay,
yeah.
okay. And we'll start, the earliest date would be after August 4th. So we'll do work from there. So I'll do that tomorrow or the next day to get it done.
Susan, if I can, I remember in past years, you guys printed a bunch of flyers. And I think you went out and posted them everywhere. I posted a
Mhm.
bunch because Christian told me to. Was that for the pre-app or for the public?
That was for the
engagement?
survey. for
Right.
People to review the projects after we had received them.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
And part of the discussion we had last meeting was that it seemed that kind of postering was not really effective. And so we're looking at, I think the person-to-person stuff is a little bit more effective. But yeah, this issue of social media, how much do we do in person, all of that kind of thing is where we're trying to figure things out.
And while I was out, you already said we're gonna do something on social media.
Yes, Yes, so I will contact Jonathan, who is the replacement for Matt. And except he's not, he's his own person. And I will talk with him about getting announcements set up and everything. And so I'll be in touch with him.
When Matt came, he mentioned like doing a boosted paid post on social media. Is that something we wanted to talk to Jonathan about? I believe when he was talking with us, like $100 was something that was successful. I'm wondering if like the week or 2 weeks before the applications are due, that's something we should consider. I think $200 is not a huge expense if it could get more views.
What do folks think?
Or even in the before 2 weeks, because if people hadn't heard of it yet by then and aren't planning to apply, they have more time, they might go, oh, I wonder if my project would be applicable here.
Well, we could do it right after Labor Day. So like have it right after Labor Day and maybe the following week, and then there's a week after that for folks to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do raise a good point, Jack, about what's the purpose of all of this? Is it to get more applications or just to create more community awareness, which both are valid?
And I think the pre-app is not a heavy lift. It's something that someone could relatively quickly put something together, because we still then need to verify whether or not it's actually eligible. And then, so it's not a big lift for people.
Good point.
Okay, so go ahead.
It's a little bit of a deviant thought here, but I just looked at the next month to see what movies are coming out, to see if there's any blockbusters. I'm like, I wondered if Isaac would let us table during a heavy traffic movie day. Like out into the line
The
of
movie, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
A little bit.
Well, I mean, if they're in line, you have people signing up for all kinds of stuff, getting concessions and like all that kind of stuff. They could pick up an application right then and there if we have them in
Do
hand.
you want to ask him? And
Yeah, I can reach out to him.
okay, and then we can figure that out.
I'm looking at different kinds of stuff coming out.
Well, Superman, they've got Superman.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, oh, maybe like the Jaws 50th, because I'm like, it's not super big, it's disruptive, but it's not like Minions, it's like, you're gonna get a bunch of kids.
You see, that's true. That's a potentially interesting audience.
Would anyone at JCC have application? Like
Judy Raper could probably, if she understands it, could be a good voice for the
Do you want to
application.
check with Judy?
Sure.
Okay. See, that's my job.
I
got to
know, I
say.
see. I'll email
Okay,
her. And
okay.
actually, if I could email her with something to say, can you see a viable way for this to be handed out or talked about?
Okay, if I will get the information, or you can send directly to Becky. The last year's press
Yeah.
release, and know that it's up a day from there. Okay,
I just have two other things that I think would maybe hit more the application side of things. One would just be sending an email out to all the city departments. Like I know the recreation department.
yeah, that's right.
But it could be DPW, land,
Yeah.
something. But anyway, and then I don't know about like who would be like the business community, like Chamber of Commerce or something.
GBA, so we could, so once, absolutely.
So just
All right, so we could, we could ask Hannah, we can, I can, if you, we can send something to Hannah. Okay,
And maybe the resource network, the Franklin County Resource Network, which is the nonprofit.
great idea, great idea.
Serving everyone.
Thank you.
Resource.
Okay. Okay. So can I ask you to do the one to Hannah, to the GBA, and to the Resource Network? And I will take care of contacting Jonathan about the various things in social media stuff. And then the email to all the city departments, can that go through you as well?
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna.
And once we have the press release, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, easy
forward,
peasy.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Okay, is there anything else around the outreach plan that we want to talk about?
Would there be any benefit to reaching out to the real estate association? What developers are thinking about housing projects in Greenfield? I don't know. I mean, there is
Mm,
a real estate group.
yeah, it's just that everything would have to be 100% of AMI or under, so,
But those things
Yeah.
are happening. I
yeah,
mean,
they
rural
are.
development, other organizations
Yeah.
that take on those projects.
Sure.
If we get a bunch more applications, I would like to contact those people and see how they found out.
Okay.
Maybe is that question on the application? Should be.
I would say that could be a change that we
That
make.
might be.
That could be a
Find
change that we
out.
make in the application. How did you find out? In the pre-app?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the pre-app, how did you find out about this program? Yeah,
Oh.
cool, very good. Okay, anything more on outreach? Okay, so I will send out a doodle tomorrow or Saturday. Then we will proceed from there and people can sign up for what they would like to do and we'll go from there. Okay?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, onward. Our plan.
Before the doodle, I think I should probably reach out to Anna and see, because they only have prescribed times for those tables.
Okay.
And if there's already like a whole year's worth of it, it's not even worth thinking
Okay.
about doing, so.
Okay,
Is it, even if we couldn't go inside, what if we set up outside? That's what I was thinking about with Isaac too, like if it's
Oh,
not inside the building, we could do it outside
we
on the
could do
street.
outside on the street. Yeah, we could.
Let me, can we? I don't know if we can. Again, that's a library policy issue.
Yeah, but let's check with Anna. And so if you'll check with Anna, and you're checking with Isaac, and then, in terms of the farmer's market, I'll find out who is running the farmer's
Yeah, I
market.
don't know.
Yeah, okay, and I'll say,
Another Hannah.
I can find you a contact. Susan.
okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I, just to assign more work to you guys, it just occurred to me that the new recycling program is doing some tabling in August at the Friday nights on the Common, which is the new thing they just announced.
Oh, right.
So even if nobody wants to physically be there, maybe you could even get some flyers or something and.
I don't think just random flyers
just
work,
paper,
you know,
yeah.
I think it's just more paper and, you know, people, if they pick them up, they stuff them in their pockets and then empty them. I think we need a contact, but, Dawn and Maria Burge are the people who are pulling that together. So, all right, I'll contact Maureen. Okay, anything more on outreach before we move on? Okay, we're giving ourselves a lot of work. Okay. In terms of our plan, considering what was in the minutes, and what we heard from various people, is there anything we want to change in our plan for the following year? In terms of priorities, anything like that. I mean, the language is pretty much consistent unless we want to change priorities, because that's the issue that really people were talking about.
Mhm.
And just,
And changing priorities would be like if we lessen the percentage that went to housing, for instance.
for instance, yeah, because we had basically three comments. One from Nancy Hazard about supporting our work and emphasizing housing, with historic preservation also as a high concern. Marie-Francois Pate talked about recreation and open space as being her top priorities. And then Margot Jones from the Historical Commission submitted a letter where she talked about what we've done for historical preservation, but noted that it often receives comparatively less funding, except in this cycle. So,
And to that end, it's also because we receive fewer historical applications in general.
Mhm.
But that might change, knowing that downtown is shifting heavily and all these buildings are historic. There might be grants that align with housing initiatives,
mhm.
for the historic preservation of like cornices and things like that. That might become more of a thing.
Okay, so I guess the question that I have is, our priority has been for the last 4 years now, housing as a primary, and then it's basically that we've adjusted according to what the proposals that have come in have asked of us. So for instance, even though housing was our priority in the first year, recreation got more money, because there were 4 or 5 recreation
So it
proposals.
seems like we wouldn't really need to change the plan. We just
Mhm.
wait and see what comes in and adjust according to the number of things that come in that are viable.
Okay,
And also, we don't have like the percentages in the plan, like that's part of the
Right.
budget process.
right. So,
So wait, but we do have the percentages like the 30 for the,
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was in our budget that we set for the year.
Right.
It's not in our.
Okay.
plan.
so if there is, I think I may need a motion on this one.
Well, I had one other, I don't know,
Yeah.
if we already talked about updating the dates for when the pre-applications and.
Yeah, do we need a motion for that?
Oh, I was just
Yeah.
saying, that's something else that might need to be changed in the plan,
Oh, in the plan,
because
yeah,
it does list.
okay, because you're looking at the plan right
Yeah,
now because
yeah.
you're Travis and you do those things. And
And
we love that fact.
Yeah.
Yes, we are very grateful.
So I'm.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, I was reviewing the plan and there's under the housing section
Mhm.
references the 2014 Greenfield housing study. We just had a new one, so should we look
Mhm.
at updating like the chart that's there and referencing the new study? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, good point, good point. So,
Is it, I have not seen that. Is it very different from 2014?
Yeah, the numbers definitely have changed. I couldn't give you exacts, but the affordability gap that we have in the chart from 2014 is wider now. So I think it's significant.
so Anna, why don't we table this?
Things have gotten
And-
worse. Surprise.
Yeah, things have gotten worse, yep.
Mm,
And let's look at the two different, at the housing plan and the housing section that we have now and the housing plan that came in 2024, and see how we might want to do that. So, okay. All right, so we'll
Do you
take,
guys then have to vote to approve a final version, but like,
Yes,
we can
yes.
bring a draft forward and. okay.
yes, so we'll table that and do it in August.
Is that available online somewhere?
Yes,
I'm looking at Jeff.
It's on
Yes,
our
yes.
it's on our
Yes, our
web,
webpage,
the
yeah.
2024 housing.
Oh.
That's what-
Yes, that's online as well in the economic and community development section of the webpage, the city's webpage.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it says I've thought I'm going to wait. Okay. Okay, so we will table this and we'll have it for the August meeting. All right, so now we get to approving payments. You want to talk about the 1750?
Sure. I'm gonna take a minute and introduce myself.
Oh, I'm
I didn't-
sorry.
No, it's totally okay, because I feel like I know all of you guys because I watch the meetings, but you probably don't know. I'm Anna. I work in the community development department. I sat next to Christian for 2.5 years and now he's gone, but forgotten. We are planning to hire for his position, but we're kind of figuring out what, if we want to make any changes to what the structure of the department looks like. So I'm going to be staffing for you guys for now. And I work on the community development block grant and a lot of housing issues for the city. So, yeah, it's in my wheelhouse for you guys.
Great.
And she's wonderful.
You have an annual due to the Community Preservation Coalition, which is $1,750. They've just invoiced us. It's for you guys to vote on today, but I did just want to mention that it sounds like some other communities basically allocate a dollar amount for admin that is kind of pre-approved for the city to spend each year. And I mention that because I did pay something on your behalf without you voting for it, which is the public hearing notice in the recorder for your public hearing. We had to pay it because the fiscal year was ending, and I didn't want you guys to get into trouble. I'm just wondering if maybe you want to have a system of pre-approval for some of these invoices. I don't think the coalition cares that they have to wait, but
I thought there was a percentage that we always
That could be it.
allocate.
There's a 5% that we allocate for
Okay.
administrative costs, but we do vote on the specific uses of that money.
Oh,
And so the question is, do we want to pre-approve certain expenditures because we know they're going to happen?
marketing things and.
Yeah,
sure, yeah.
yeah. So what do folks think?
We could call that like an emergency circumstance where we weren't able to hold a vote that otherwise should have happened.
Mhm. Well, we had approved the public notice. So when Anna and I communicated on that, I said, since we had approved the public notice, then the paying the bill
Yeah.
was, we had essentially approved it already. So that was the logic there.
I think in the past, Christian has paid that and then come to the meeting and then we voted to approve it after it happened.
Okay, all right.
So that's another way to do it.
So we could do that. So, okay, so do we want to have that kind of a post facto vote on that one? Okay, all right. So that was
Gotta
for
find
how
the
much?
dollar amount for you guys real quick.
Yeah, I
And if
think
you want.
anything
oh,
like that, that's like a invoice for like the recorder or something that
Hmm.
related to something we voted on, I think should be an automatic payment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This one though, because it's over $1,000, we definitely should vote on it each year. So I don't know if there's a dollar
Mm.
amount, but just to not have to hold up something sitting on the desk if we can pay it, especially like
Right.
a quarter, I feel like is a no-brainer, pay that.
okay, so,
Motion to pay the recorder and continue to pay our dues to the, CPA coalition.
so is there a motion?
Second.
He
A
was,
second,
You just made-
okay, you made a motion, okay. Any discussion?
we should probably just mention what the numbers
The
are.
numbers are, yeah,
The recorder advertisement was $498.32.
So many ad there.
Yeah.
Okay, and the coalition payment
And the
is $1,750
Mhm.
for our annual dues.
And also just clarifying that this is from the administrative.
Yes,
account.
this is from the administrative account, correct. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, you're gonna ask if there's any discussion?
Mhm,
Okay.
and I'm asking for that now, and so discuss.
So I just wonder, we spent $432 on a public meeting notice, which we would obviously continue to do, and 3 people showed up.
Mhm.
Wow.
We're required to do that legally. So that is not something we can say, well,
No, I think.
$150 a piece. No, it's not working, right? Can't do that. Yeah, then we can't. And we've had more people.
As the business manager for the Montague Reporter, I couldn't vote on it. But I can say we could do a 2-column by 2-inch thing for somewhere around $50 as a public notice, and it would also get to the official public notice section of the Mass Newspaper Association.
Okay.
I mean, I read all the notices in the recorder, but I'm crazy like that. So
Other
if
discussion
you're
on-
looking to have like something in the region that was
Yep.
10% of the cost, that's an option. But you know, as the business manager, you know, paid $18 an hour, I would not vote on it.
That could be something we do in addition to the recorder. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, press releases, those are
Mm.
free.
Right, well, yeah, but we still have to do the public notice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a notice for the public. hearing
Yeah,
that we-
yeah.
Okay.
Any other discussion on this? Call a question? Yes? Okay. Gonna go do a vote. Okay, what we are voting on is that let me make sure we're voting on just these bills. We are not voting on any kind of policy. Am I correct? Okay, so we're voting on paying the bill for
$98.32.
for the public notice that we are required to put out on our public hearing. And also the $1,750 for our annual membership dues for the Community Preservation Coalition. On that basis, Travis,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Wisty,
Yes.
Garth,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. Okay, so we have put forward paying those bills, and we'll do that. Now I can tell Stuart that I can attend a meeting that he asked me to attend. Okay, under old business, right now, we, according to this, have no topics that will come through that are in addition to everything that we've been doing for the last few months. Is that correct? I gotta say that it was great to see our signs, our banners in Highland Park.
Mm.
It was really, yeah, the first morning when they were up, because I walk my dog in Highland Park every day, it was like, what are those? And those are our banners. So it was really fun. And
I
walking
know
up.
those people.
And walking on those boards is really, after it rains, which it will again someday, is really going to make a huge difference, I know, for me, for sure.
I guess that kind of an update is that is finished. Right?
Yes, it is finished, yes.
We might not have gotten an update from Christie, but I know I was out there and I talked to them and they said they were going to be finished in the
Right.
past. So
Yeah, my understanding is they were finished last Friday.
yeah,
So,
Which was interesting because the original proposal was for doing work at 3 different sections. So that the particular section that they were working on was a $2,500 portion of the 15XX
mhm.
$1,000 project. So it'll be interesting to see what their reimbursement request is for just that.
Mm-hmm. And they also
Portion.
had a banner going up the hill. I don't know if they did I did not go walking up the hill toward Sachem's Head. So there may be some work that they did up there as well.
Yeah, no, I've walked the whole thing. So they put in the boardwalk over the place that gets muddy,
Right,
and they added some
water bar.
some diversion on that hill, which was like that was sort of area C of the original. Like
Mhm.
originally there was something out at the curve where it goes that like steeper portion up to the power lines, and possibly one other section in there as well.
okay.
Uh,
Okay,
So yeah,
so,
it'd be interesting to see like what, obviously it was 2 years ago, like, they're like,
Right.
oh, it turns out now doing, a week worth of stuff here is 15,000. But
So,
I
we
think
should get a
should
report from
ask
Christie,
questions
basically.
about that.
Okay, yeah. We'll get a report from Christie for next month. That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I have nothing else except that our next meeting is August 28th, which I will actually be back, just back from being away. So I'll almost look relaxed, but we won't count on it. Do I have a motion?
We're adjourned.
Sure,
Do I have a second?
yes.
Second.
Second. And I don't think for this we need to do a roll call, so anybody object to this? All right, then, thank you very much. This is the shortest meeting on record, and thank you all. And we will see you in August.